Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this Risco in Tokyo, coming at you with some more, Katamari Damacy. Os! Holly! Snoozes in your pocket and steals fries from your combo meal. You can have all my fries. I would give you all my fries. Now, I'm assuming because you're in my pocket. Now, my dresses don't have pockets, so we're gonna have to amend that to my messenger bag. But, like, are you very small? Like, can you handle multiple fries? Os, Mega, how you doing? Lovely to see you as well. I hope that both of you are doing very well tonight. Hope that life is not giving you any kind of stress or suffering. Gonna get us onto the mod page, so that at least some mod tools are available to me, and it is actually giving us the correct tags. So Twitch at least loves Katamari, and we are okay with that. But yes, it is lovely to see both of you. I hope that you're healthy and well. A kid just tried to scam me and failed. And my father got fired. Oh God, that, like, the second part of that sentence sucks. That's awful. I'm so sorry to hear it. Hopefully, God, I don't know, like, what the sitch is on your end of the world, but hopefully it's not too hard for your doll to get placed in something. I'm tiny and I eat like an anime girl, so, like, that's a lot of fries. I'm gonna have to give you all my fries. I'm not surprised he's fired. I don't like that. It's the king, you're a lot bigger in person. I used to watch Katamari Damacy when I was still in my mom's tummy. That's a thing. I used to float in there and think. You roll up stuff and get bigger, crash and get smaller. Kind of like life. That's what I thought. That's kind of deep. But sometimes there's not a lot to roll up, right? There are times like that. So how about trying to get as big as possible with just a few things? This is a little bit more philosophical than I was ready for at this point in the stream. We're bored of Katamari Damacy. So boring just to roll. Monsters? Dungeons? Dip? Are we there yet? Huh. What? Farming apart in Warframe? Oh, Holly, farm away. Like, you ain't got no worries. No problems. You're gonna use a new rule to roll? Are you sure this is fun? You're my role model, your highness. Role model? Yes, it must be fun. As fun as 100 of the usual Katamaris put together. Probably more fun than fighting monsters. Hurry up, let's go rolling. I can't read all of the king's parts, because it'll tire me out. Since the last time you streamed, a ton of stuff happened. It sounds like you got a lot on your plate. It does seem like. Hopefully, like, not more than you can handle. I'm gonna cross my toes on that one. But hopefully, at the very least, we can help you relax a little bit, take a little bit of the pressure off your shoulders, at least for a couple of hours. Alright, we got my controller is kind of messed up. I lost my phone and had to get a new one. I also lost the charging box of my Bluetooth earbuds. Os Kronos! Lovely to see you. My luck has been quite low. Well, it's only uphill from here. That sounds bad. The luck can only get better from this point out. That's probably a nicer way to put it. Now, oh, there's the cousin. There's Jungle. Jungle is camouflaged and is amazing. So you're gonna have to come here with me. My best friend did buy me Amnesia the Bunker yesterday. is like, so I had no idea that there was another Amnesia game. I knew there was Amnesia, like the first one, and then Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs, which that is like the best name ever. That is such an amazing name for a game. It just released June 6th. Okay. I have very much respect for A Machine for Pigs. It wasn't scary for you. See, that's the shame of it. Is like you get you'll get something that's got like just an amazing title on it, and then you actually play it, and it's kind of like, that's all right. It's fine, I guess. I need this camel, okay? You're just gonna have to come here. About times pigs got an industrial revolution. I mean, there was Piggy by 9 Inch Nails. After that, there was another one after that, a Rebirth, which was weird. I mean, was it Amnesia Rebirth or was it Binding of Isaac Rebirth? Or was it Binding of Isaac in the world of Amnesia, which would have been pretty wacky. I feel like that would have been wacky. I will take this tiger. The tiger's not very big. I don't need this flamingo. It's very tiny. And now we got the bunker. WHS. I'm old. I don't know what WHS means. I can't type. That's okay. I very rarely can type. I have to do edit passes on my stuff all the time. I would like this bear car, but I'll have to settle for just a bear. It's a typo for what? Okay, I like that. What? Wuss? I could go with wuss being the new typo for what? I can incorporate that into stream lore. We're just, like, I need to be bigger. What? Can I get these cars yet? No, I cannot. But I could get the lion, but I already could get the lion. Like, I don't know. I don't think we're getting that much bigger. We did get a Pegasus. Pegasus are big. I want that hippo, though. Oh! Hey, oh, are we wearing a camera? We are not wearing a camera, so we cannot get that Easter egg. Fudge. 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 I'm screwing this up. Kronos, how you doing tonight? Is life being good to you? This is We Love Katamari Damacy. It is the sequel to Katamari Damacy, in which we are trying to roll up as big a ball thing as possible. Everything sticks to us, and as we pick up more things, we get bigger and bigger, and that's basically the game. it's very simple, but it's very weird, and we love it. Mildly annoyed seeing how expensive the convention event pass is. How much is that gonna soak ya? Like, is this one of these deals where you're gonna have to curtail some of the things that you would like to do because you want to get this pass? It's a very strange game. It's also pretty old by this point. The first Katamari Damacy came out in 2003. The sequel... Now this is actually, like, this is the remastering of it, but the sequel came out in 2005, and it was quite a thing when it came out. Oh, we got the rhino, though. Now, this particular level, you can only pick up 50 things, and you're trying to get the biggest thing you can. I'm not sure about the CAD to yen conversion, but it's 55 bucks. And CAD is exponentially worse than USD. That's not probably super great. The yen is eating shit right now. Again. We didn't even get 5 meters. This was we did not do great. But that's okay, because we did get the cousin. The maid cafe is $30. That's kind of a lot for a maid cafe. Now I'm guessing that that's just $30 to get in, not including the actual food cost. As fun as 2 Katamaris and 3 Damashis, that's about it. But anyways, here in our right hand, the famous new rule Katamari. 4 meters, 90 centimeters. We don't really get it. Oh, it covers the whole session, so it's not quite as bad as it could be. Because like $30 and then food costs on top of that would be a lot. It's Cousin Jungle. What were you doing on Earth? You're riding a seal account? We have no idea what you're talking about. We might have to wait, speaking of money, just before I forget, we might have to wait until the July paycheck to do Bloodborne, because this next month is gonna be tight. It's gonna be really tight, so I don't know if I can afford to pick up BB. Little Big Planet's long lost cousin, pretty big planet. Actually, Chronos, that kind of works. It kind of works. I could run with that. Let's see, we haven't done Rain Kid yet. Rain Kid is pretty slick. And Rain Kid has got a excellent song for the backing. Everyone in my school loves Katamari Damacy. Students, teachers, we all play together. Anyway, Your Highness, it's our field trip tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain. So we talked about it during homeroom and kind of decided to ask you to roll up the rain clouds. Can you help us out? Of course we can. Why don't I just open commissions, lol? Chronos, why don't you open commissions? Not lol. Serious? SRS? Sirs? Open commissions, sirs! You make it look easy, but flying is actually hard work, isn't it? What? What? Roll up clouds? We thought this was about flying. When did we finish talking? Like you can even roll up clouds. Oh my god, our dad is a douche! Dad is a giant douchebag! I wanna be like the king when I grow up. Like us. Don't give up. Clouds can be rolled up, no doubt. Come to think of it, we did in Katamari Damacy. Yes, let's go roll up some clouds. You didn't roll up shit, King. You didn't roll up shit. I rolled up everything. The child of the cosmos. So light and fluffy. The sky is such a nice place to be. But there's a lot of rain. Then again, that can be refreshing too. I love this level. This is so cool. We're actually like we're above one of the later levels. We can do this. We're gonna save this child's field trip. It's gonna be amazing. The only slight problem, it's not really a problem with this level, but like the build-up on this level is a little bit tough. Oh, Floppables! How you doing? I hope life is treating you pretty cool. I hope they ain't giving you no shit. And if it is, then you give it shit right back. That's what I say. Don't take no guff. And we know that guff is like it's a stinky wind. Nobody should have to take a stinky wind. I took the cutest pictures of Miss Debbie Tiny Paws the other day, but otherwise been resting. Both of those sound wonderful though. Resting sounds wonderful, but Debbie Tiny Paws also wonderful. Oh shit! Floppable in 6 to 8 weeks. Unless the something goes wrong with the passport renewal, which it shouldn't, because I was extremely anxious and asked many questions. I will officially, legally, in the eyes of the federal government and backed by the might of the American military, be a girl. Oh my god, it just sounds so different coming out of my mouth. Oh my god, it sounds so different coming out of my mouth. I didn't think that was gonna be my reaction. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty darn happy. It's all very weird because it was like too easy, and I'm worried that it's like there's gonna be a fake out. Cause literally it was like, oh, circle F. That's all you gotta do. Oh, also pay us $133, but you know, like, you know, cause like it's kind of a big thing, so I didn't expect this part of things to be the easiest part. Now the name change is gonna be a bit of a, that's gonna be a bit of a bitch. Found it oddly validating when I mentioned I was using she, pronounced to a friend. She was like, oh, now I get it, you little shit. Oh my god. Yes, yes, and I'm like, there are things that I need to look into. There are some things I need to check to see like what doors this opens up, and whether or not this might not make the name change a little bit easier because it's not tethered to, because like doing gender changes on the state level, and this is something else like I'm a little bit like, I don't, because the US is so fucking weird about like, oh, this is like federal stuff and this is state stuff, and sometimes they cross and sometimes they don't. So like, I'm federally recognized, or I will be federally recognized as girl, but like I don't know if I rock up, like say if I rocked up to a driver's license, like a DMV, and was like, okay, I need to make a new driver's license, I'd like to use the information that's on my passport, which is a legal form of identification. Like, I don't know if they have to take that. But I'm kind of wondering, like, now the guy at the embassy seemed to think that I could get my name changed in Japan and use the Japanese document to change my name on my US passport. Because that was the thing for changing it out of the US passport, is like you have to have it, and that was the weird thing, it's like, no, we're not going to make you provide any documentation to show that you've changed your gender. This is the document of you changing your gender. That's it. But we do require a court-authorized document that says you've changed your name. I'm not going to complain because, like I said, I thought that the gender part was going to be the harder part. So I'm going to take this W, but, like, the guy seemed to think that if I got my name changed in Japan, that I could use that document to change the passport, which would require me paying another 130 fucking bucks. But I would do it to have like everything sorted on the US side. Because like name change procedures in Japan are not easy, but they're way easier than changing gender markers in Japan. So it's like I could use the passport to change the Japanese gender marker and then use the Japanese court order to change the US name. It's really weird. Over here, name changes and gender markers are based on the state you were born in, so I could change my legal name, but I can't change my gender markers until the laws take effect. Unless the laws take effect. Well, that's the thing, it's like, it's really fucked up, and like, I am not sure, and the guy I talked to, like, wasn't super sure. Like, if I change my name in the States, like, can I do that from state of residence, which is kind of sort of technically New York, but also kind of sort of nowhere? Or is it state of birth, which is Virginia, which is not great? Because, oh, jelly beans! I don't know if you saw my Tumblr, but I'm pretty sure legally, in 6 to 8 weeks, I am girl. Everything is weird, but I'm glad that you got to stop in briefly. Yeah, it's like floppable. It's a whole thing. Fuck yeah! I'm doing the metal hands right now. I had myself a little cry earlier. It was weird. Like this whole thing's been kind of doing my head in a little bit, and just my own ability to overanalyze things. Oh shit, by the way, this cutscene is great. I like, it was meaningful and I was happy, but like also there's all these other kind of things that are going along with it, and just how easy it was also kind of fucking with me. But actually like saying it out loud to folks tonight, and it's like kind of made it real, and yeah, it's a fuck yeah. It's yeah. It's a whole lot. It's wow. Yee. I got the biggest smile. I almost kind of wish I had my PlayStation Eye camera set up so I could do this in the, you could see my face, but also not, because then you'd be able to see my face, and I would, you know, we have become the Katamari Damacy. This game is the most Katamari Damacy. So yeah, life is a whole kind of thing. All kinds of stuff. Now we gotta do, oh, I guess, didn't we do the freaking snow girl already? I thought we did the snow level already. Oh, I think maybe we skipped it because I kind of hate this one. Did we? Fuck, I don't know. Oh, look, it's snowing. When it snows, we think of snowmen. Snowmen are cool. Yes, they are. Oh, it's jungle. What do you want? What? Copycat? Katamari Damacy? A copycat? A copycat of the snowman? No, that is so wrong. Not a copy, not a cat. We respect the snowman. What the fuck? The snowman is the best. The best! Roll that snowman. Snowman! Let's go hand in hand to Winter Wonderland. What? This is so, like, it's so weird to do this in English. I don't even know. Kronos, I was toying around a little bit with just like a mock-up of that earlier, like, collapsing bridge that we talked about a while back. Not in the end section, but in that kind of split bit that we had. It actually looked kind of nice. It's like a really rough mock-up, but I didn't... As you might imagine, like, my motivation and also my time has been all over the map. So, like, yesterday I had no time. I was out of the house all day. Part of that was because I watched Terrifier 2, and Terrifier 2 is fucking shit. It's not great. Finally got the last bit I need to sacrifice an innocent envy for power. Now, you can't... We need Hive. Holly, we need Hive. You can't sacrifice Hive. It was fun, at least. Terrifier 2? Fun? Fun is not the word I would use for that movie. There are a lot of words I could use for that movie, but fun is not. Like, not fun. Didn't like it. There are some things that the movie did do well, and the guy who does Art the Clown, like, when they give him a chance to play, like, creepy as opposed to slasher, like, he's actually he's quite scary. Like, he's scariest when he's not doing the slasher thing. But there's issues with that movie that I would not watch it again. There's one particular sequence in that movie that is a whole fucking lot. It's a lot. This isn't even the first one. This is the second one. This is the one where they're like, it's gonna be twice the gore, and I was like, oh my god, gore! I love gore. And I missed the part where it was like, twice the gore is also like twice the violence against women. And it's really went to Cactus Club, which is queer owned now, for a book club about the history of drag in Milwaukee. It was a wholesome queer evening. That sounds absolutely fucking wonderful. Actually, I kind of sort of like, I just want to get back to Milwaukee for a bit. I don't know if I have it in me to do like a Milwaukee life, but like, I could definitely stand like a week in Milwaukee. Maybe? A week is a lot. Now that I think about it, a week is kind of a lot, but get out to the Stallus. Making a Zaku frame, which is canonically non-binary, made up of void energy and the parts of different gender warframes scrap, they have weirdly nice and feminine butt. I mean, you know, there's something to be said for a weirdly nice and feminine butt. Minnesota has passed trans sanctuary laws and legalized pot. Fucking A, go Minnesota! This is Jesse the Body Ventura's enduring legacy. I don't know how great a guy Jesse the Body Ventura was, like, as a human being, but he was, like, very flamboyant, and he was a governor. And I respect one half of that equation. The objective is to make a snowman that looks balanced. Technically, we could end the level at any point, but if you see, like, in the corner, our snowman's head is currently very, very tiny compared to the body. This will not do, and we will be roundly mocked. And we don't want that. But, like, the problem is that by the time you start to get the snowman kind of in the vicinity of the right size, like, the stage is pretty empty at that point. There's not, like, a lot left, and you're just rolling around for a while in a stage where you're just picking up snow. As far as good horror goes, I did introduce someone to Cube today. Cube is... That was one that was actually... I wanted to pick up at the video shop closure sale, and was gone, and I was cheesed. Cube was gone, and Return of the Living Dead was gone, and I was like, those were on the list. I wanted them both so much. I have not seen the Japanese remake, and to be honest, I'm not really interested in it. I watched Hypercube, and I kind of decided that I didn't need any more Cube in my life. Like, Cube 1 was fine. Honestly, like, they could just stop at Cube 1, and it was all good. In Holly news, we're only... Oh, fuck yes! Oh, gosh! Oh, we need to... I want to do, like, a... Is there a game that you would like me to stream to, like, as a celebration? Like a holiday celebration? An emancipation of Holly? Because that's such big news. That is such great news. I'm excited for the time of the Hollying, when you just get to live your fucking life in your space, doing your thing. Yes, it cannot get here fast enough. We'd have to talk about your library. I can do that. I could. I mean, we're on the DMs. We could have a chat. But I would be delighted to do like a special night as a celebration. It doesn't have to be like the night. You know, it could just be a day that would be convenient to you. Yo, like, the good news up in this chat. I'm off to work. Have a wonderful stream. I'll be back tomorrow. Julie, thank you so much for dropping by tonight. I'm so glad that you could be here, like, for the news and just everything. Thank you. Please be safe. Have a wonderful day. And as always, take no guff. I didn't mean to end that off on, like, a cough, but it happens. The coughing is real. Is that, like, a demon head? What is that? It's like a twin-headed dragon. We're gonna have to come back to the stage. That's an Easter egg. It takes so long to get this snowman's head even vaguely the right size. And if we touch that ball in the middle, like, the level's over. If we even bump into it. Got a holiday coming up in a couple of weeks. Gonna be super busy next week because I'll have another 200 assessments to... Oh my god. Assessments to mark and enter for reporting before the following Monday. They're working your fingers to the bone, and that ain't cool. That is the opposite of cool. Except, wouldn't the opposite of cool be hot? And it's also not hot. It's just shit. This is for a job I was told would be minimal on reporting. What? They just lie to you. To your face. In front of your curry. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. I wonder if they think that this is minimal reporting? Like, if this is their idea of minimal reporting? last night I was watching random YouTube vids in bed and landed on one that was so funny to me that I couldn't breathe for a minute. What the hell were you watching? I mean, it sounds amazing, but like, what? I don't... Is that like a giant bucket of paint? I would like that giant bucket of paint. Can I get up there? Or is that just decorative? Yo, I would like to get up there and get that bucket of paint. I won't be taking another contract with them. Been tossed under too many buses here. That's... Yeah. Like... Yeah. I think that's 100% reasonable. There's only so many times you can burn a person before they're just gonna say like, yo, we're done. And then they'll turn around and they'll be like, oh, these kids today, they don't want to work. And it's like, well, fuck you, you did that. You did that. In the space station, someone managed to get a gorilla suit on board. Tomfoolery ensues. Is this live action? Like, dare I ask? Like, what the fuck? Wacky hijinks, I'm sure. Universe. There's nothing to pick up anymore. The guy running from the gorilla was swimming for dear life. Is, like, I'm still, but is this animated? I am hoping that this is not the kind of hijinks that they're actually getting up to on... What? Are you telling me that they are are they spending millions of tax dollars to smuggle gorilla suits on the International Space Station? I don't know if this speaks highly or poorly for our species. Maybe this is amazing. This could be our zenith. Probably not our RCA. That's a television joke. Does Zenith even still make TVs? Yeah, let me peep this with my own two eyes. Can we get up this wall? Well, I bet we cannot. Come on, let me up there. I want those red pandas. Fine. I don't know. Does this look like appropriately head-sized? I don't know that Katamari Damacy is as good at Isaac, for getting you to say things that you didn't think would ever come out of your mouth, but it's in the vicinity, at the very least. I don't think I've ever made a classic snowman. Why are these trees invincible? Because they hate us. Because they're filled with hate. They're not only invincible, they're intangible, which is actually probably for the best, or else we'd be pinballing off of them. Oh darn it. Like, they're just not gonna let me get up there. I want that paint! I want that paint so bad. What, you don't have a coal scuttle in your house? I thought that was like just standard. Doesn't everybody have a coal scuttle these days? Oh, maybe are you poor? Are you too poor for a coal scuttle? It's what you keep your coal in, yo! It's like a bin for the coal. This is an actual thing, okay? I'm done with this level. Fuck this level. Wait, we got a boot, so probably we didn't get the snowman the way we wanted. A coal scuttle, sometimes spelled coal scuttle with no space, also called a hod, coal bucket, or coal pail, is a bucket-like container for holding small, indeterminate supply of coal, convenient to an indoor coal-fired stove or heater. Thank you. Thank you. See? Learning is fundamental. We put the fun in learning. Wait, that's not right. I don't think that's right. Oh my god, they actually put a gorilla suit on the ISS. I'm looking at it in Google Images and have no idea what I'm looking at. It's a bin for coal. It's like, it's a small pail. This is not. I don't know what your Google image search is pulling up, because all of these look pretty recognizable to me. They're like tiny buckets. It's Papa. Oh, we want you to have a jungle. Oh, it's cousin La La La. What were you doing on Earth? Working on a tan in the snow? We have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, wow. That was fun. Building a snowman is the best fun. I don't know much about games, but so long as it's fun, who cares? It may be a copycat, but Katamari Damacy is still fun. It's a mask of the king's dad, and it's actually kind of terrifying looking. I gotta slap the camera on, so we'll take a look at it when I do that. I don't remember like how big it needs to be to get like the perfect. I don't know what the what is it? The proportions are supposed to be? Let's see, presents. What did we just get? We love Katamari Damacy something. There is a horse. But we have to have the camera. So this is the royal mask, and it is, you know, that's a look. It's definitely a look. It's not a look I'm comfortable with, but it is, in fact, a look. But we will take the camera. Yo! Let's do... Nice to meet you, Your Highness. Katamari Damacy is really fun. Making stars, that's so hot. At least it isn't $20 worth. $20? I'm totally asking to make a new Saturn, please. She wants the king to make a new Sega Saturn, and really, who doesn't? It's primitive Earth technology, after all. Ah, jungle. Huh? What? Perfect fit? What is? We're not talking about smells anymore. And just when we're relaxing because of the nice smell, Your Highness's tights, such a perfect fit, looks amazing. Perfect fit, amazing. Yes, snugly fit. We are what we are because of our tights. I like that the king is very, like... The king is very confident in his gender presentation. And I like that a lot. Safe and snug, fit and fab. That's how we'll make this Katamari. You know, sometimes this game says things, and it's just like, you know, you're talking about tights, and you're talking about things being snug, and I just, you know, I don't know. King, I don't know. Oh, we smell corn dogs, and maybe tangerines. Oh well, there's Saturn's ring to take care of. They are iconic. The tights are what makes the king a queen. Just 20 centimeters or so should fit the ring just right. Oh, and this time we're turning off the size indicator in the upper left of the screen. After all, if you knew the size of the Katamari, it'd be too easy to make it fit just right. 20 centimeters is about this big. Ready? Here it is. Fuck, that does not help at all. That's how big it is. It's all yours. I think if we get up to about the shoulder of that mecha, it's usually acceptable. It might not be, it's not a perfect 20. I think it's a little bit bigger, but now if we go over too much, or if we submit it when we're too small, then it won't, it'll try to kill us. The king will be angry. I need that present. I need it now. Yo, could you not? You are a bit of an asshole. That's quite rude of Saturn. I know, right? Saturn's just a big douche, though. Running around, saying no to our Katamari, eating his own children. Just the levels of rudeness. There are some, like, very in-depth guides on GameFAQs as to how to get the perfect sizes on these stages, and it's almost kind of absurd. Like, they've got it down to item by item. Oh, you're not gonna give us the present? Yo, what the fuck? That present is ours. Yo? Come here. Oh, dang. We're just rolling right over top those jerks. Thank you. Present. Okay, we gotta be careful up here. It's kind of easy to fudge up. Oh, okay, no, not quite yet. But we should be able to be big enough to climb this robot and get that cousin. I said we should be big enough to climb and get this cousin. Come on, we're so close. Damn it. We should be big enough to climb and get this cousin. Oh my god. You are just gonna do this to me. I'll be back. You just wait. You will be mine. But your way out of Lion? Video game guides are an art form. They are! And they're a lost art form, honestly. Okay, we should be big enough to climb and get this. Thank you. And I think we probably should cap it here. It's Cousin Marcy. Stop getting in the way. Is it Cousin Marcy's playground? Do they smell sex and candy? Yeah? Oh wait, no. Smell sex and candy here? Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? I wonder if the old President Evil guides are still up. I know that President Evil had to stop because he started doing something kind of official for Capcom, but he did some of the best RE guides. Oh, that wasn't too bad. We were under. I mean, we were over by 2 centimeters, but that's fine. Can you explain to us how 22 centimeters 7 millimeters can be called just right? It's neither snug nor trim nor anything else. Work harder. God, it's just a douche. Wow, we got a scarf as a present. Fabulous. We adore scarves, but it's far too small for us. Jungle, you can have it. It's from a fan, so make sure you appreciate it. It's Cousin Marcy. What are we doing on Earth? You were talking to a robot? We have no idea what you're talking about. It's a bargain basement Saturn! What the fuck? Why they gotta be like this? Kronos, when is your all text Yakuza series guide coming out? I think the world is ready for it. Days like this just cry out for a picnic. What we love are sandwiches. Oh, we're seeing something. Yes, we have a picture in our mind. Is that dog still in the Select Plaza? Woof! It could work out. Woof woof. But it's not a Kronos guide, is the thing. It's not a guide by Der Kronos. I would like to be Ichigo. Actually, I wanted to check something. I want to see, like, what are the Katamari series feelings on the cops? Cops are represented by handcuffs. A car meant for police officers to ride in. Its colors are garish, but somehow it's still really good at hiding. If you get lost or lose something, the person inside here will help you. That's bullshit. That's a lie. In fact, that is not in fact true. They're not even like sweet or juicy. A notepad with a policeman's photograph in it. Bad guys run away when they see this. Police club. Police officers used to carry this. Now it's more of a souvenir item. They carry retractable batons now. They got those those Cobra batons. A female police officer. I hate that. Who lets no misdeed go unnoticed. She even separates her garbage correctly. I mean, it kind of does look like Happasai. The king would support the cops. I mean, I hate it, but it's not wrong. Protects the police in his neighborhood. Polices it, if you will. Also, that's a lie. Policemen use this vehicle on their patrols. The lack of a siren makes it easy to sneak up on crooks. Katamari Damashi, I am disappointed in you. Alright, what's a quick 5-minute level that we could do so that I can take my break afterwards? I don't want to do the dog level yet. I think the rich guy is kind of a longer level, so don't want that one. We could do the race. We used to drive cars before, but not anymore, not at all. Why? Well, we can fly now. You want to roll up cars? We have no interest in cars. We have no idea why anyone would think it would be fun. We'll do this level and then we'll do the dog level when I get back. Oh my god, Ichigo's car is a cake! I forgot that all the cousins had their own themed cars. Best song or best song? The answer, by the way, is best song. Ah! Back! I need those cousins! Gosh darn it, give me the cousins! Oh, you bastard. Oh my, we're just gonna circle these freaking jerks forever. They're gonna mock us. Oh, deterred at the last minute? Here, I gotta cut them off at the pass, like a shitty John Wayne movie. It's Odeko! Yo, I don't want Odeko. I want the other one. I want Shy. Odeko is cool, but we already got Odeko. Yo. Where did Shy go? Are you serious? Are you fucking with me? Sea urchin structure is a shell-like object known as a test. They do not have any bones. So the sea urchin's entire existence is a test? Is it testing me? Under 2 minutes, that was pretty good. Maybe with this Katamari, we can compete in the F1 circuit. No, we wouldn't do that. We're about love, not speed. Oh, we did get Shy. It's second cousin Shy. What were you doing on Earth? Rolling something heavy around? Something? What was it? We must know. So this is how it feels to roll up at high speed. I'm just guessing though, because I haven't done any rolling myself. I'm going to work my tail off and so I can roll myself. This Katamari is yours, Your Highness. That way, I'll have to work hard for my own. Oh. I shouldn't be yawning so much. I once answered all the questions in a sea urchin's test wrong, and now I'm cursed to be soft and gentle on the inside. Oh, that's not a curse. That's a blessing. Too many folks eschew verily, and yea, the blessing of softness. I did, and that's why we were talking about sea urchins. I said sea urchin's existence was just to test me. But I am going to take a break because we are at the 1 hour point. I want to get a little bit of stretch. I want to get some water down my throat. I am not, repeat, not going to have a cup of coffee. I'm going to be good. But Alice! Terrible timing because I'm going to go on break, but I'll be right back. I hope you're doing well. I hope you got no stress. And I will catch you in just a sec. Alright, I am back. We're gonna do the dog level. Don't anybody read that wrong. Welcome back! Thank you! Oops. I mean, welcome back. That's okay, I thought it was cute. I appreciated it. Did Reddit change something recently? Cause I've been on Reddit for, not like forever, but I've been on Reddit for a while. And only in the last week, I've just suddenly started picking up all of these freaking porn bots. I've never had, like, anybody follow me that wasn't somebody who was, like, through LBP. And now, suddenly, it's just porn bots. And it's like, what the fuck? I do enough blocking over on freaking Tumblr. I don't need to be doing blocking on Reddit too. There's a thing happening with Reddit right now. I think it's third-party related. I know that they're doing like they're killing all the third-party apps, which is kind of like a really big deal because I think it fucks up like screen readers. I know I've been hearing like bits and pieces and rumblings. You're finally here at space, outer space. Okie dokie, Ichigo. You want to go for the sun? Want to roll up the earth and roll up the sun? We know you can do it. Oh, Hirunda, how you doing? It is lovely to see you. I hope you're doing very well tonight. Hope you ain't got no more stress than you feel like you deal with. We're gonna get that sun, not some other sun. This is in the original game, by the way. That was my mistaken memory. But this is the last stage from the original game as well. Now, even though this is the last stage, we're still going to be doing more Katamari. I remember when the moon was the biggest Katamari. Yeah. The final stages they get bigger and bigger. The one in Katamari Forever is pretty nice. Where you start on the Earth rolling up the continents, and then you kind of blast off into space. It's a really cool level. Doing lovely. Decided somehow to start Wolfenstein: The New Order. Oh, Holly, thank you so much for showing up tonight. As always, we hope that you sleep very, very well. Only the good dreams for you. And we are super duper excited for your soon-to-be Holly home. I have not played the new Wolfenstein games. I got like one of them was free on PS Plus, but like many games that are free on PS Plus, it had no English localization. So like the dialogue was in English and German, but all the subtitles were in Japanese, and then all the menus, of course, were in Japanese, and it was just like, I don't really feel like dealing with it. I think that the King could be great at sports commentary. The King could hack it. I don't know if we're gonna have enough planets to actually get the sun. Darn it. Oh, come on! It's the car planets. They're very fast. Alright, that's one of them. That's the other one. I think that's all the planets that we've got so far. But I don't know, that sun looks pretty big. But all that's left here is Stardust. So we're gonna have to take a stab at it. Oh, dip! Got the sun! Got your nose! No, not your nose, just the sun. All rolled up, finally. The sun is all rolled up. Rolling up the sun is a huge deal, but there's something else that's kind of... You roll the world into one, you know? We don't really know whether that's a good thing or bad, but it's powerful. Global news, this. The Earth must be going wacky right now. Oh, you were rolling Earth. Wonder if our fans are alright. We feel something. We're feeling the presence of each and every fan. Wow! Earth is fine, don't worry, Your Highness. That's what they're saying. Oh, what a relief! Come to think of it, this game, its mission was to roll a Katamari to, you know, grant fans their wishes. But there are still other fans on Earth. Maybe we didn't grant all their wishes yet. But then again, rolling up the sun is such a happy thing, so we're going straight on to the ending. The King decrees it. So now, here's the profoundly moving ending, coming up fast. A little bit dark, but yeah. Now let's see if I can manage not to, like, screw this up. POV, you're sick of the side content and speed run to the end, to the finish. I mean, yeah, you can honestly, if you want. Like, you don't need to do the different versions of the levels. I think as long as you do enough levels for the dog to make a second appearance, then you can roll up the sun. But we are gonna go through everything. I don't know yet if we're gonna go for every cousin. But we should, because if we pick up every cousin, then we can get the platinum on this file. Come on, I know you wanna... Oh, you're not gonna charge yet. Update on the Pride March thing I was talking about in the last stream. The city government put out a statement that... And they're going... Okay, I'm gonna have to read that a little bit after this level. Because the king will start to charge us. Yeah, we are trying to attract the king to pick up all the stuff that's running around. And then periodically the king will charge at us and we'll have to dodge. I mean, King of Kings is kind of, it's the title of Jesus, and I'm honestly fine with the King of the Cosmos taking Jesus' place. Oh shoot! Haha! Okay, now can I get back around to the other side? Did Jesus have nice tights? Didn't think so. See? There you go. King of Cosmos? Cooler than Jesus. Oh shoot. Okay. Nice! Getting the second dodge. We can do this. Oh crap. Okay. Oh crumbs! Damn it! It's really hard to kind of sneak around the king. The hitbox on that the Katamari is huge. Okay, let me see what you said, Alice. The city government put out a statement, and they're going with a very weak excuse of someone just totally forgot to inform the cops that we allowed the Pride March. Oh, that is weak sauce. That is like a super weak sauce excuse. Jesus ain't gonna smite nobody. It's not that kind of stream. We actually, I mean, we did get kind of close to the end, though. I don't know if I've ever finished that level, like, correctly. Oh, it's Baby Prince.
Oh, Geo. I know tayo no yoni bigute okina otokone narundizo.
It's so weird that they didn't get an English voiceover for that last bit. Because they get the English voiceover for the intro. Imagine how cool it would have been if the credits of Gravity Rush was Cat falling through the credits in real time. Like that would have been cool. Well, now we've got something for Gravity Rush 3. Is this what actually happens if you get absorbed in Katamari? It all just fades to black? It's just a little bit dark. What? What's that? You mean Sony doesn't know what Gravity Rush is? No, they don't. Sony's D-bags. Have we done the Yokozuna yet? A game theory? Forgot to mention this last time, but a side effect of the Pride March not being able to use car roads to march, stopping traffic for a bit, is when they were doing the march in the civil roads, since they were forced to do that. It's 2 cars and a fucking bus tried to run up. What? Excuse me? I'm sorry? Nobody got hurt. Alice, I'm crossing my toes. No one got hurt. Okay. At least there's that. Like the very small blessing of, well, I mean, it's a big blessing, but at least nobody got hurt. Why do you get a frickin' bus want to run over people? Getting fired up. The battle's starting. Today's opponent is ready, standing by. It's the Ozeki. He seems pretty strong, but still. Give it your best shot. Give it all you got. How much time? How about this much time to decide the bout? Make sure you roll our fan firm and steady. That sounds dirty. People started forming a shield during those attempts, and the drivers got scared, I guess. See, this is why we need to be working together on this type of shit. I should get into sumo someday. If you want. I never really, like, you do want. Okay, well, there you go. Then you should definitely get into sumo someday. I never quite, like, just got into it myself. Maybe it would have been different if I had gone to see it live. Excuse me, that is a very large ninja. And by very large ninja, I mean that's an average size ninja. But when ninjas, like, we know our 2 facts about ninjas. That ninjas are mammals, and ninjas flip out and kill shit. So even an average size ninja is pretty, like, it's pretty deadly. Sumo means soda in Portuguese. But what does pop mean? That's the big debate in the US is do you call it soda or do you call it pop? with a few weird places being like, it's all Coke. Regardless of whether or not it's actually Coke. That's definitely just an American thing. Like, I don't think I've met anybody else that is cursed with that particular dialectical quirk. I wonder how many calories the deer are. I would like this curry now. Yo, we are large and in charge. We are not large enough, but we are definitely large and or in charge. Dang, dude! Just pushing us around like an asshole. How many... Forget the deer. How many K-calories are the people? Because we are at the point where we're rolling up people. Which, honestly, that just seems like a lot. Probably not, like, not healthy. Oh, we can't get those yet. What's on this? What's on this? You wanna wad him up into your life. I mean, you are not incorrect. You are in fact like 100% correct. We do want to do that. But it's kind of one of those things where it's a bit of a lot to say out loud. Like, is that really, do we want to let people know that that's what we're up to? I kind of feel like they call the cops. I need that ramen. Oh shit! We missed the present! God damn it! No, I want the present though. There we go. Yes! Might be because I've yet to play it, but the first game soundtrack stuck out to me more. I mean, that's fair. The first game's soundtrack is iconic. But there's definitely, there's songs in here that are ones that stand with me. Everlasting Love is the big one. Blue Orb is really, really good. Blue Orb is the one that plays during the space level. We got a cool belt as a present. Fabulous. We put it on right now, but it's far too small for us. Slip, you can have it. It's from a fan, so make sure you appreciate it. Yo! Okay, that's the last stage, dude. Oh, there's still a... There's still a cousin here. Oh yeah, get your food. We're gonna be here for another hour and a half. We ain't going nowhere for a bit. In fact, for a hot minute. Okay, I need these children. I don't know how to tell you this, but I need your children. No, okay. I was gonna make jokes, but I kind of feel like that's maybe not a safe joke. Might be one of those jokes that works out to be like a little bit grosser than really we want. That girl was trying to hide under a cardboard box. Foolish girl. There's no saving you. You are already lost. No escape from the Katamari. It's second cousin Yui. But no, forget about that. And hurry. I'm hurrying, King. I'm hurrying. I am, as the kids say, fucking working on it. Was that a present for us? A present from a fan? The answer is yes. The last four are all in this hallway? 1, 2, 3. Come here! Come here! Come here! Well, where's the last kid? Why can I never find the last? There's like always one hiding. Okay, nice work. Time to go back. Time to get out of school. Bye now. Bye-bye. Yeah, we're okay with that. Got the present. Got the cousin. That's the important thing. Alice, I don't know if you're still like got half an ear on, but I saw Terrifier 2, and it was not good. You were so right. Your warning was, yeah, like didn't like that one. They are extremely try-hard. I have the feeling like you could do something with that character in a short movie. I don't think it really needs to be an entire movie. It's a little bit much. Hoi! None to generic murder clown guy number 1000. Nope. I mean, I've got to give the actor a little bit of credit. Like, the actor is quite creepy. He does a very good job with like the physicality of the role, but yeah, I was not digging it. The only murder clown Stan is that guy from the Rob Zombie movies, Captain Spaulding. And I was thinking about that. I was like, this murder clown is just a knockoff Captain Spaulding. I returned with rice. Is it like just straight up rice? You got anything on top of that? You're so tiny as ever. Are you working out? Are you boxing? Oh, we used to box, we just remembered. We did beat a rabbit once. What? A grandchild? Like we know what that means. Don't interrupt. Can't we wallow sometimes? Is the king telling us that we have to breed? I think that we came to this realization last stream as well, but I think that the king's out there being like, yo, come pet, go breed. Are we breedable? Oh, I've heard like amazing things about that. It's gonna be out here on June 16th. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it when it like first comes out, because the theaters are gonna be packed, and quite honestly, I'm a little bit broke, but I do very much want to see it, because it's looking fire. I thought there was a kid running on the track in this level. The Portuguese dub of it does the bare minimum and casts actual POC actors for the POC characters, which is sadly only beginning to become common. I'm glad at least, though. Even if it is the bare minimum, like... it's an appreciated minimum? Oh my god, the train! What the fuck? Oh, I bet that's probably a whole trip for those kids. That right hook, it landed like a ton of bricks. What's this in our right hand? It's a Katamari! 2 minutes, 9 seconds, that's pretty fast. You managed to roll at a brisk tempo, a good tempo indeed. Then again, you think you could do a little better, we think. This feels schoolish. Not that we understand what schoolish means. Yes, it's pretty good. It's fast and exciting, just the right speed, I think. That Katamari is fun too, such a weird shape. But I don't need one of these, so I'm giving it to your highness. You're giving it to us? Seriously? Fabulous! Thank you, we're so pleased. You can pop it up in the cosmos. Yes, that's what we'll do. I need more cousins. We're only at like 42%. That is not acceptable. Hoi. I guess we never got the hurry up, so we'll get that. Random question. Have you ever heard the Storm Alert theme from the Weather Channel? I mean, I probably have at some point in my life, but I don't have any associated memory of it. Is there a particular reason? Wait, is this famous? Like, it sounds like a JRPG theme. Oh my god. Hook me up. It absolutely slaps for some reason. I mean, well, you gotta get people's blood pumping for the storms. Oh no, the flowers are gonna die. It's almost time for snow. That means no more Ikebana. Dip! Hurry and collect this many flowers, please! Alrighty, good luck. This is another one. This is like a really good song. What the heck? Why does it slap so hard? I'm gonna have to. I'll give this a listen as soon as I get off the. I get out of this level. Because I have the feeling that if it's that hard of a slapper, which sounds gross, and I'm gonna not use that phrase again. If it slaps that hard, then it's probably gonna conflict with the music that is playing. A minute and a half? That's not so bad. Alright, what is the sound here? This song has Evangelion Fly Me to the Moon vibes. Oh, okay. I was gonna say. What the actual fuck? This is amazing. I'm trying to pinpoint the bit where the boss casts Meteor. The Weather Channel wants you to kill God. I mean, I'm pumped for it. I'm ready. I'm ready to kill God. God and me, we're gonna have a bit of a conversation. I can imagine this song in a long battle sequence in the final stage, probably the first area of the game, but there's a storm happening. Do you think like is there like is there maybe a slower but like brighter version of this song that then we get this version like that? The brighter version would play at the beginning of the game, like in the first area, and then when you return to that first area to fight the final boss, and like the clouds have all rolled in, and there's like thunder and lightning and shit, and then the reprise that is this theme starts playing, and you're like, oh, we've looped back around. One of the comments, when you wanted to make JRPG music, but you got hired by the Weather Channel instead. Hey, you know, the Weather Channel could just be all hardcore gamers. Gamers lowercase g without the TM? I'm assuming that they're not jerks. I don't know what the culture of the Weather Channel is, but...
Hi.
Hi. No, we did. Yeah. Okay. So we got the cousin in that one. We still need one more cousin here, so we could do this one. La 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 la. I skipped the king's talking because I don't have the voice for it right at the moment. Honestly. Weather related, but one of the ways to say storm in Portuguese is depression, and we're getting a very strong storm soon that's being named Oscar Storm, and it's been very funny to hear people talk about the impact of the Oscar depression. Why was the king... Wait, was the king slurping? What the hell? I don't know, but that sounds pretty, that sounds like a lot. Maybe he's just drinking a soda. Maybe? Now, I believe that there's a cousin here. There's a frog. But the frog is not what we need. Ah, there we are! I see you! You can't yo, 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 yo. Now, I don't know if we kept that, present, unfortunately. We might have lost it. I did a quick listen to all the storm alerts, and they're all pretty good. Who is out there making this music for the Weather Channel? Like, get them a contract. They could be big, baby, big. They could be the next thing. Do people count as friends? Okay, people do not count as friends. Only animals are friends. That's a good thing to remember. Alright, the penguins can't run away, so that's important. The animal-shaped bushes do not count as friends. I'm getting a shit time on this. Imagine all the composers just up and leave one day. Man, the Weather Channel just ain't what it used to be. Now I don't even move from my chair when the hurricane's 100 meters away. People just aren't afraid of the weather anymore because they lost their composer. This is the importance of having good. I was gonna say having good sound design, and that's not right. What few friends we have are the stars, rain clouds, and the sun, and you out there who roll this Katamari. Oh, what is this Katamari? Isn't this supposed to be the friend Katamari? It feels kind of distant. This isn't friendly at all. Because it's been raining and thundering all day, it's also extremely hot. We're almost like 30 degrees, holy shit! They lost the BGM and more importantly the storm's HP bar. Fucking hell. It's been, the temperature's been creeping up over here, but it's still not too bad. But the storms are coming in as well, and that's gonna be like really fun because see the entire front of our store is open. It's all just like one big door. So when the typhoons come in, and I'm gonna be really excited for like all the shit getting blown into our store. Speaking of hot, apparently the wildfire smoke made its way to New York City. Oops. Oops. I did hear that though. Are you like, is your area still safe-ish, Kronos? You're not gonna hopefully need to evacuate? It says it's a fish satellite, but it looks like a bear. Let's be honest, it doesn't look like a soccer ball, it looks like a bear. New Zealand had its summer, and this half of the year's rainfall put Auckland on par with Jakarta. Holy shit. My area's in the clear now. It's way worse a couple provinces down. Fucking hell. Just fire. Like, completely and totally fire always. Onegaishimasu! We do have that one though. Oh, we don't have any of the cousins here. Fucking hell. Every year it gets hotter and hotter here, and it's a bad time. There are places at 50 degrees? What the fuck? That's too hot. That's not acceptable. It's gonna be real fun seeing the golf course turn into a lake every year or so. I mean, I'm not gonna cry if the golf course disappears. I realize it's terrible, but like, it's golf. Finally, whether doing a good thing and destroying all the golf courses. There you go. Turn them into aquariums. The golf course to Aquarium Pipeline is real? I wish I remembered where the cousins were on this level. I mean, I can check. That's what I did the last time, but... The weather saw the PGA news and said, it's time to do something about golf. Wait, has something happened with the PGA? Technically, since the grass is being watered by the storm rain, it's the world's first ethical golf course. There you go. Finally, I guess golf done right? Or at least golf done less wrong? It got bought by Saudi Arabia, no shit. That's kind of messy. Don't like that. We didn't get any cousins. Right. It's very funny because, like, last year they were, no, we support human rights, no to the Saudis buying the PGA, and then they just accepted the money. I mean, I'm not shocked. That feels very much like a signal to just like, could you give us more money? Maybe if you gave us more money. It's a weed satellite. That's the satellite that you visit when it's 420. Onegaishimasu. Where's Sleepy Guy? Get out of the way! Do largest possible 2 to pick up, well, I mean, I guess we could do largest possible 2 twice. Yeah. So one of the cousins is hanging out on top of the table. What's the game plan, by the way? More Katamari next Monday? I'm kind of noodling that right now, cause like we've seen everything but like one level, and getting that level is gonna be kind of a pain because we'd have to get all the cousins. So we might be doing something else next Monday. haven't 100% decided. I was kind of hoping we would get more of them done, like, tonight, but... Because the problem is, like, there's one set of cousins that's, like, you've got to do the longest level 4 times. I'm not sure yet, because, like, I was going to move us into Bloodborne, but I'm not sure if I can afford it. So we might have to do Bloodborne, like, starting in late July. Oh, that would have been slick. Kronos, that would have been super slick. Because there are a lot of good songs. You could definitely recommend something. I don't know if we'll be able to take you up on it, but... I don't know, everybody's like, play Bloodborne, and I mean, I like the aesthetic. The aesthetic is pretty jamming. Now, that's the second time I've heard Amnesia at the Bunker tonight. I don't, like, is it even on PlayStation 4? I think it's all consoles. It is PS4. How much is it running for? Like, is it cheap? I always have Bloodborne's really good. While I do encourage giving it a try, it's also quite challenging. Given what you know of my, like, relative range and style of play, like, do you think it's something that would be challenging in a fun way or challenging in a frustrating way? Because that is the one worry that I have. Yeah, give it a good noodle, because I respect your opinion on this, and I do have, despite the numerous recommendations I've had for it, like, I do have a bit of trepidation. Well, I mean, part of the issue, I feel like, Hyuna, is not just how difficult the game is, but how difficult it is in considering the way that I usually play things. Because I tend to be very, like, brute force about my playstyle. I'm not a precision player. I also don't have, like, a strong sense of timing or rhythm. Like, I think in a similar genre, but, like, I think Sekiro would be, like, right out for us. Because I've heard that that's really persnickety about, like, doing the parries and swordplay and shit. So Souls games do tend to reward patience, especially with combat. Come here, lizard! You're my lizard gizzard now, bitch! Wow, that was a little bit much. Disco, that was a little bit much. You didn't have to go that hard. I don't know if I needed to push that one. If only I could pull up my Bloodborne Steam copy and record a sample clip. Well, like, I mean, I've seen a lot of people play Bloodborne, but part of it is, like, I've seen a lot of people play Bloodborne really well, which doesn't necessarily showcase, like, what the experience would be for a median player. Also, I did see that it was 2,800 on Steam. If that's like a congruous price to the PlayStation's price, it's... I don't know, it might be a little bit out of our range for this month. Because we're basically until July 25th, we're gonna be... It's gonna be kinda tight for us. I've got that tax bill that's gonna be taken out of my paycheck on... Like, that's the June tax bill. And I've got money that's saved, but I'm pretty sure the money that's saved is gonna be like... This is just gonna cover living expenses. What's your in-between suggestion, Hirunda? Oh wow, like this is way bigger. Monster Hunter World. Isn't that a multiplayer game? I used to play Monster Hunter World a bunch. Like, I know that it's got very strong proponents. I mean, not specifically strong proponents here, although it may in fact do. Just that the people I know that like Monster Hunter love Monster Hunter. I thought about it, and Bloodborne is a risky commitment to say the least. That's fair. It does have multiplayer, but the single player lets you crawl, so you can walk through the multiplayer. That's kind of a... I mean, like, how would that look for stream is the question, though. Is Oscar here, Alice? Are you beset by Oscar? Did we ever... Now, I can't remember. Did we look up the squirrels in the encyclopedia? Because I feel like we need to see that. I just realized those ducks are playing trumpets. Did... Oh, okay, I did. It seems like something that we would have done. God, I got like a piece of hair that went in my eye, and it's really kind of painful. It was while you were looking for the Tsuchinoko. Ah! That does sound about right. You know, it'd be a weird curveball kind of game. Power Wash Sim. I've heard really fun things about Power Wash Sim. Is Power Wash Sim like... Is that of the same series as Viscera Cleanup Detail? Or are they same idea but different, like... different actual game series? It's his own thing. Okay. There's an FF7 crossover? What the fuck? That's kind of amazing. Also Warhammer 40k. What? Whoa, what? Even in the grimdark future, people want you to clean their shit. Are there, like... But... Okay, in the 40k crossover, like... Whose shit are you cleaning? Because I can't really imagine the orcs wanting you to clean their shit. Like, that doesn't sound very orcish. So not the, not in fact the Nurglings? Cause that would be weird. That would be really weird. Nurgle's like, yeah, could you power wash all of this, like... Oh god, I closed the stream. I mean, I didn't close the stream, I closed my instance of Twitch. Ooh, that's pretty pricey. Okay, we're back. We're good. Sweets? Sweets? That's like $1 US, but if you had 43 of them, I mean, you're not wrong. In this stage, we are going to be uncovering a photo. I think it's the same photo every time, but I am not 100% sure. Also, there's a cousin here, but the cousin might only show up on the Get As Big As You Can version. I'm sorry about this noise, by the way. It's kind of a lot. Yo, King, don't tell me my job. I'm kind of busy here. I'm trying to see what this picture is. Because it's different? This is a different picture than the one that I had. Modded becomes Necro Navy. I mean, can you mod PS4 games? Shit, there's only 1 minute left. The one that I had was like a baker showing off bread. It was kind of weird. I mean, more so than usual for Katamari. The baker was very Chef Boyardee-esque, if that makes any sense. Did we get all the candy? I think we did. It'll probably break terms of service, but people modded farming tools, which were notoriously closed pieces of hardware. Okay. That's... I don't know, like... I don't know why you would have to have farming tools, like, hooked up to the internet. It's just a hoe. Like, a hoe is a pretty simple piece of machinery. You don't need a smart hoe. Wow, I was not... I really didn't think that sentence through. I did not consider... Didn't like that. Didn't like that sentence at the fuck all. Nuh-uh. Nope. Not gonna do that one again. Behind that smile is a kaleidoscope of emotions. Yes, we understand all too well, because you see, this child is a genius. There are pain and burdens only felt by the gifted. To know things you don't want to know. To be able to understand everything. To feel all despite being so young. Hence that smile. Astonishing. What the fuck, King? We actually want to say that it's prodigious, or Renaissance style, or something. But this Katamari is snacksy. It's full of sweets after all. King is the poet of all time. King is a lot. King is a poster? But where does King post? Like, does King post... Is King a Tumblrina? Do you think that King would be on Tumblr? I couldn't see King being on Twitch. Not on Twitch. I couldn't see King being on Twitter. Like, King would not suffer Elon to live. That's a cracker satellite. It's where all the white people live. I was gonna say Truth Social, but that would be mean. Oh my god. Isn't Truth Social like... Isn't that the Trump one? King's a poster on Bitcoin sites. Oh my god. There's no poetry on Twitter anymore. I don't think King could survive in a world without poetry. Oh, we didn't get honey, so we gotta go back to that Hansel and Gretel stage. Hate that. There's a couple of fascist Twitter alternative things. He could be the less cursed drill! You misunderstand, King isn't a world without, isn't in a world with poetry. King is the poetry. Yeah. Let the fascists infight, honestly. Like, let them just knock all of themselves out. Alright, where is our cousin? We're coming for you, honey. There's no escape. Wait, actually, like, where is this cousin? The field here is really small, so you think they would show up right away? Oh, there you are! Gotcha! Come here. Yosh. Now we can do the actual thing. King, I am well aware of the rules of this level. You don't tell me, I tell you. You ain't gotta teach my grandma to suck eggs. Thank you, King. We know. We're kind of. Basically, they just wanted to eat a lot of sweets. So we're collecting those sweets and putting them in one place. Because we are friend-shaped. I'm gonna have to take like a quick break and get some water, because clearly my throat is starting to go to shit. Oh, we got 95% of the candies. That's pretty good. Speaking of pieces of shit, good news. Oh, fuck! Fucking yes! Fuck you, Pat Robertson, you cunt! I don't believe in hell, but I hope you go there. Dang, this stream has been full of good news. I am very excited about all the good news. Pat Robertson is a television preacher, was. Had a very long career, a lot of, like, political power, very large audience, and he was one of the big, every time there was, like, a giant disaster, it was blame the queer people. 9/11 was because God was pissed at queer people, and, you know, AIDS was just punishment for being queer, and, like, just basically everything. Every fucking possible thing that would go wrong in the United States, it was, you know, because of the U.S. had lost its way, and please send me more money because God needs me to have money, and also, you know, maybe if all the queers died, the U.S. would be in a good spot. Very long career of this bullshit. So, yeah, no tears here. Celebrations. I mean, he's one of a lot of this type of guy, but he was one of the bigger remaining old school guys who was in that field. So yeah, he could fuck right off into the sun. Hiduna says might head off the bed, looking to get a streak of waking up earlier than usual. Hiduna, I've got my toes crossed. I am sending you. I was gonna say I was sending you like lots of energy, but that would probably wake you up. So I'm sending you sleepy time vibes. I wish you a very peaceful rest, a easy ease into sleep, and hopefully you'll wake up on a schedule that is like more healthy for you. I am gonna get hydrated, and yeah, I do realize that how little that narrows it down, but like he was one of the big ones of his era. Like he was kind of like an iconic figure. I know that there's a lot of like newbies that have popped up, but I don't know if there's anyone who's had like the cultural cachet that he had, particularly for that generation. But I need to take a 5-minute break, so I'm gonna go do that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a little happy dance, cause that fucker's dead. right. I think I'm hydrated enough for the last 20 or so minutes. Yeah, fucking Pat Robertson. He was a faith healer too, so just fuck that dude. Just fuck that dude, like right in the eye. Did I get Lemore? Hello? Where's the cleaning lady? Okay, I did get Lemore, so I don't need him. I got Kinoko. Beyond? I didn't get Beyond. Wait, maybe, did I? Hold on. Gotta peep. Oh shit, yeah, we got Beyond. Okay. Opeo, because we're playing him now. I don't know if... Did we get June? It's in the cloud stage. just knocking people out of the way. Get out of the way! Oh, we did get June, but we didn't get Fujio. Hanging on a cloud above Mount Fuji. Hello, Pale. So floaty and flitty. Oh, we already heard this bit. Do we have like a hole in our stomach? I think we might have a hole in our stomach. That's kind of dark. Okay, Mount Fuji I think is over there. And I think that's supposed to be Mount Fuji, is the thing? Oh, there he is. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, OPE is a short form for operation that's used sometimes. But I don't know if that's specifically what they're going for. I mean, it would kind of make sense because Opeo's like covered in bandages. And you find him in the nurse's office. Now the weird thing is, like, there is a Japanese word for operation. It's shujutsu. So I don't know why they would also take a loan word, except that sometimes they just do that for fun. I don't think we're gonna get like I don't think we're gonna get a bigger cloud this time. Or a bigger Katamari this time, unfortunately. I think I got like off the pathing. Which is fine. I mean, we've already got the stage beat, but it's always nice to go into a level and do better than you did the first time. Imagine the PS All-Star map with Katamari in the background. That would have been slick. That would have been freaking slick as hell. if they could time it so that the Katamari is like part of the stage, and that when the timer runs out, the Katamari like runs over both of the players. Wipeout got a map. How could they not? How could they not give a map to Gravity Rush? Like, it's begging for a map. Oh shit, we got the rainbows. Now, unfortunately, like, this stage is counting clouds, so I don't know if the size is factored into that. Oh shit, we got a present? Dang. We're on fire. We are on fuego. I guess IP... Oh, Soup! How you doing, yo? I guess IP acquisition was just that unreasonable back then. I mean, but it's the same company! Why? I hate it. Soup, I hope life is treating you really well. And Hive! It is wonderful to see both of you. I don't know why you're saying leg, Hive, but I'll take it, I guess. We got a trumpet as a present. Fabulous. We want to blast it, but it's far too small for us. Okay, you can have it. Oh, it's Cousin Fujio. What were you doing on Earth? You were climbing Mount Fuji? We have no idea what you're talking about. Hopefully both of you are extremely well. Got no stress going on. I was telling folks earlier in the evening, but I got like one piece of big stress off my plate yesterday. I went down to the embassy and I put in my passport renewal, and as part of my passport renewal, I legally changed my gender. So that's like super awesome. We're super cool with that. It's not like, okay, so I do have to wait for the passport to come back. Like, there's the possibility that the form got messed up, but like the way that it's done, it just, even if the form got messed up, like I could resubmit the form correctly and still do the gender, like the choosing the correct gender. So like yeah Oh my god, my picture looks so terrible though. I made an effort to look nice, and still I look like I'm just gonna stab a fucker. It is impossible for me to take nice official photographs. I look like I've been awake for about 10 years in my picture. There's like one giant bag under one of my eyes, but I don't care. I don't care, because I'll tell you what, it's a lot better than the last picture. Now, unfortunately, this does mean, as I was saying to folks, it does mean that I wasn't able to change my name, because that process is a whole separate process that needs to be done on the state level. Although the guy that I talked to seemed to think that I could change my name in Japan and use those documents to change my name on my passport, which would technically change my name in, like, on the US side. It's all very confusing. So we need to do some looking into it to see if that would work. But yeah, pretty much legally speaking, from the standpoint of the United States federal government, I am girl. and I love it. It's a lot. It's a good a lot, but it's a lot. Gotta peep the old man. I think this is the one. We don't have. We need Kuro. Kuro is jumping over hurdles at the school. Should be big enough to snag him by the time you get over there. I will help you, old man. So there's lots of excitement over on this side of things. I don't know, like, it's hard for me to know exactly like what doors this opens up as far as like Administrata goes, but just having it is, yeah, it's a whole thing. Very much an exciting thing. It was weird. I was kind of telling folks, it was like it didn't feel real until I started talking to people tonight about it, and it was like it just hit me like a truck. It's just like, oh my god, this is real. Like, we did the thing. We did it. So yeah, that was the big news from yesterday. I would like to avoid going to the embassy for a while again, though. Even though if I do get my name changed, I'll have to go back, and I'll have to get a new passport. Which, I don't know how they'll feel about that. I looked up in a PS All-Stars retrospective, it said the devs really tried. Tried to get Gravity Rush? I wonder what screwed it up. Crash didn't make it because Activision wanted a lot of money. Okay. I mean, that sucks, but it's Activision, so I can completely see that happening. But like, why wouldn't Gravity Rush make it? That's Sony's IP. That's the thing that I don't get. It's like, that's their own game. I mean, I know that they eventually got Cat in there, but you would have thought that would have been like right from the jump. Spyro didn't make it due to Skylander moving away from Spyro at the time. Huh. They were like, the kids aren't cool with Spyro anymore? This is old hat? None of the FF characters made it because Square didn't trust an unproven team to handle their iconic characters. Now, was that also because Square was doing Dissidia at the time? Like, is that the right time frame? Because wasn't Dissidia like an FF fighter? Or am I just like completely off the mark there? Lara Croft didn't make because the reboot was in the works at the time. They didn't want to confuse the fan base using the OG Lara Croft. Oh my god. The fan base would have eaten that shit up. Alice says Skylander moved away from being about Spyro to just being... Look at these characters you can collect. I don't like... Spyro is so outside of my time. Like, I don't even know anything else that company did. Like, none of that company's IP was on my radar. I knew of Spyro, but I'd never played. Wait, the Ninja Theory one, is that the DMC one? The one that was like, we're totally not making Brad Pitt from Fight Club? We promise this time? Oh god! Oh god, that would have been awful. That would have been... We were lucky. Spyro is Insomniac. Fuck, I don't know Insomniac. The new Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank. Oh! Well, why didn't you just say that? New Spider-Man was a jam. Although I guess New Spider-Man is kind of the old Spider-Man now, right? Because, like, Miles Morales came out afterwards. Apparently the devs had quite a few characters in development but had to scrap them when negotiations broke down. Well, they did get sacked then. So, at least there's that. I mean, when you think about it, that's really the important one. Wait, did they somehow think that the fans didn't want Dante to be gay? Cause like that was kind of like that was Dante's whole thing. Also, there's supposed to be a cousin here, and the cousin is not here. So I would like to know what the fuck is up with that. I didn't come to this level to not pick up the cousin. The slides were literally homophobic jokes about Brokeback Mountain. Oh, that's cute. And by cute, I mean that's bullshit. Like, what the fuck and why? I mean, okay, I know the answer to that, but I also hate it. I think we got cheated. Something has gone funny and our cousin has not shown up. It's 3 meters already, so fast. That only took like a second. Well, or 6 minutes. Give or take. Wait, hold up. Chronos, hold up a second. Like, I thought Gravity Rush was Japan Studios. Japan Studios was a subsidiary of Sony, right? I'm not completely wrong in that, am I? I may be. completely wrong, but I always thought that was the joke, was that Sony killed their own IP because they didn't want to support it. Oh, we did get a... Maybe I was looking at the wrong section of the guide. We got Twinkle. So there's that. Hold on, I'll have to beep that in a sec, because we are on the timer. We are on the clock. It was not enough to have the momentum in terms of business model standpoint to continue to add characters to do a sequel. That's a sequel to the fighting game, not a sequel to Gravity Rush, right? Good old Sony. Just always thinking ahead. Can I get the Combine? God of War's Combine? Come on, I want to get 5 meters. Yes! That is a big Katamari. That Katamari looks nice and hefty. I don't care if the game potentially sucked. I learned every moveset, damn it! I guess, like, I suppose Sony just didn't really have a deep enough roster, but I feel like they did that to themselves. They could have had, like, the Loco Rocos in there. They could have had the Patapons in there. Your Kratos is no match against my Jetpack Sackboy. I mean, you're not wrong. Now, what would have been awesome is if they would look at your save data, and they would have taken your Sack Thing's costume. That would have been fucking lit. That would have been on fire. This is what the teeny Katamari grew into? This is what the puny grandson grew into? 5 meters, 3 centimeters, that's astounding. The king is praising us. So what I'm hearing is PS All-Stars for Evo when? Are there any PS All-Stars tournaments? Somebody's got to be running that. I never played PS All-Stars, and I deeply regret that to this day. I wonder if I could find a copy in Book Off. I'd probably have to go to Nakano, because, like, PS3 games are starting to get pretty darn scanty on shelves. Oh, I did get your message, and I didn't have a chance to respond to it because it was this morning. But I'm just, like, really glad that I could help. I would say with 95% certainty, unless that Japanese creator gaffled it off of another Japanese creator, but, like, the presentation style of, like, the title screen presentation style matches their other levels. So I'm very sure that that's the original creator. The Patapones beat the hell out of Hades, and Loco Roco beat a Metal Gear Raid. That's amazing. That's fabulous. I'm gonna have to see if I can track down that game on the super cheaps. It's falling, so Katamari's can fall too. Katamari's, angels, things that fall. Oh shit, we're at 3 hours, 3 minutes. That is a lot. I imagine Raven just beats up Demon Souls boss in a map. I can do that. I can imagine that. Okay, but imagine Raven and the Collector double team beating up a Demon Souls boss. I'm just saying. That would be fabulous. But unfortunately we are at the 3 hour point and Administrata. Tomorrow's gonna be LBP3. I don't know like how much create mode we're gonna do. I'm feeling a little bit like I don't know. I know there's stuff that I know needs to be done for the level, but I'm also feeling just a little bit directionless right at the moment with it. So if we do create mode, we might do like some small detail work in the testbed crater, like just doing some like animated objects that we could put in the level, things like that, just to kind of keep up momentum, but maybe not like big build stuff, but I'll have to see how I feel about it tomorrow night. As far as next week, I don't know, because like we've got so much of Katamari finished that I don't know if it would sustain an entire 3 hour stream. So we might be doing Isaac or Dead Cells on Monday. And then we'll have to decide if we do go to short form games for a while, we'll have to decide if we're going to be doing like 2 roguelikes a week and 1 LBP, or 1 roguelike a week and 2 LBPs. It has been a while since we've done Risk of Rain 2. That could definitely be something that's on the plate. When are they gonna put out the DLC? Cause like, aren't they past due? I thought it was supposed to be spring. But that's an issue for future us. As far as current us, tomorrow is LBP. Got that. But it has been a wonderful night. This has been a night full of good and happy news. I'm glad that I had y'all to share this with, because like it did very much make it real in a way that it wasn't until I was able to talk to y'all about it. So that's a lot for me. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. So I will ask you, as I always do, my throat is completely going, so I'm gonna have to make this quick. I will ask you, as I always do, to please be taking care of yourselves. Eat at least once a day. Drink the water that you need. Make sure that if you're on medications, that you're getting those as close to schedule as your brain meets will allow for. But please remember, as I always do say, that there are a lot of people out there that are rooting for you, that want you to have your best life, that want you to find joy, that want you to be safe. I am one of those people, but I am only one of those people. You are loved by a lot. But that pretty much does it for us here at Disco About. So from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, To all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, thank you. Arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.